Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by gooks like you. I'm your host, Chuck, and we got Randy. Say what's up to people, Randy.
Yo, what's going on, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about tonight?
First things first, it's Friday. You know what
It
Friday is, Randy? You know what we do on Friday?
Happy hour.
Happy hour. What are you drinking on?
All right, so I had a friend from the Virgin Islands, and they make rum in the Virgin Islands. So she bought me some back. So I'm drinking on some rum with some of the Caribbean rum and some orange juice for a
Oh,
cocktail.
that's actually a nice cocktail. I'm glad for you.
Yeah, it's this is my first time trying it. This rum is goddamn delicious. It's I guess a pineapple type of flavor.
Pineapple flavor rum and orange
it's-
juice. That's probably gonna get you nice tonight.
This shit is delicious. It's
In
delicious.
in the chat, if you're in the chat, tell us what you're drinking on tonight. It's happy hour. I'm in a good mood, regardless of what Randy makes me want to feel. I'm in a good mood tonight.
Don't blame me for your
I don't blame
shenanigans.
you. I just met you. Guess what I'm drinking?
What are you drinking?
Almave.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sponsored by Almave, but this is Lewis Hamilton's non-alcoholic tequila.
Oh,
If
That
you all
sounds-
don't know,
Is it
what's up?
good? Is it good?
I'm about to take a sip right now.
All right.
I just
I got
opened
some
it.
Gekikan. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but Gekikan sake.
Look at him.
So-
Look, he came out the sake.
I
He
like
came
it.
out
Yeah, I had
all
a
fancy.
I had a salmon recipe, a miso glazed salmon recipe that called for it, sake.
What?
So I was like, I had to get some. So and
So I'm
then I
coming
was
to your
telling
house to get some
Randy,
salmon?
and I was telling Randy about I got these sake cups from this like sake convention I went to, and
Nice.
first time using it. So
Nice.
Enjoy
Yeah.
him. Enjoy him.
cheers. Okay, you
Cheers.
get yours.
I got a shot of it. We're gonna
Okay.
taste and see if it's
All
good.
right, cheers, gents.
Cheers.
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 Cheers. Gents.
Interesting.
Have you ever had?
I've had non-alcoholic beer, but I've never had non-alcoholic hard liquor.
Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. Blue agave spirit. So it's basically sugar. It kind of tastes like fluoride without the alcoholic taste. It tastes like a
Like-
tequila
like-
without that tequila bite to it.
Like mouthwash fluoride.
Kind
I was thinking that's the only
kinda.
fluoride that I know.
Kind of. It's interesting.
I mean, it's got that color to it too.
It does, right? It is agave, and it tastes like you know how tequila has a bite on the back end of it,
Mhm.
like a snap bite. It doesn't have that, and I feel like that's missing.
Mm.
Like if it had that, I would think this is more like tequila. Let me take another sip, you guys. Let's see. And it smells minty too. I got the mint flavor one. It's the Blanco. So it has the mint flavor to it. It's tequila without the tequila. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't want tequila without tequila.
Yeah, it doesn't have the tequila like, yeah, woo.
And
It
Rodney
is,
had mentioned earlier non-alcoholic beer. Like I've heard of that. Of course,
yo,
so
Heineken has a good one.
I was like,
Heineken's
what's the
non-alcoholic.
point?
True, true. But it's just something cold. If you want, like when I've had it, it's been really hot in the summer, and I've been like at a beach party or something. I said, "Y'all have non-alcoholic?" They're like, "Oh, we got non-alcoholic beer." And I was like, "Who wants that shit? That's going. Nobody likes beer when it's alcoholic."
That's what
And I
I'm
was like,
saying. It's like
"But now I have a beer taste. That tasted is like I went out and bought some non-alcoholic Heinekens that night.
But I get it. I mean, it's for those people that they want to, they
Like to
still
taste the
want to
beer.
social. Yeah,
Hmm.
and but also still want to be social when everybody else is drinking.
Hmm.
I can
that's
get
Yep.
it. And then also, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people with health issues that can't do it. And then
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
I shouldn't be drinking
obviously,
alcohol technically, but
You like buckets.
if I'm gonna drink, it ain't gonna be non-alcoholic. If I can't socialize with you guys without with
Now,
non-alcohol, I'm like, no, I don't need to be hanging out, y'all.
one thing I do is have cocktails and sun, and it's simple syrups, but they're high quality simple syrups. I bought these at a food festival like a decade ago, so I still think it's still good because it's syrup, and syrup never goes bad. So we're gonna try that. If I fall out here, you guys, you know why? Because I food poisoned myself.
He don't want you to fall out, fam.
We're gonna try it anyway. Let's see. Okay, put a little simple syrup in there, and I'm gonna pour some non-alcoholic tequila made by the world's greatest race car driver. Because he doesn't drink. Did you know that? He doesn't drink.
And race car, he don't drink.
He
Interesting.
doesn't drink.
Interesting.
Lewis Hamilton doesn't drink. I thought I was shocked too. I was
I
like,
don't
if
know.
I was the greatest at something, I'm doing everything.
Well, it's not necessarily that. It's like, what does he do then to take the edge off?
Play
Like,
video games,
nah, I don't know if
write
that's enough.
poetry,
I don't know if that's
write
enough.
poetry. I don't
Like,
know. I think taking two G's to the face every other day is enough to make you want to take a lot of edges off.
that's well, maybe, but it's like Magic Johnson to take the edge off. Like he didn't smoke or drink or do nothing like that, but he was sleeping with everything. Like I just wonder,
He doesn't. He
like
does. Lewis Hamilton doesn't even do that.
I
He's like a
just
damn
wonder.
saint.
I don't
It's
know if I
it's
believe
just.
that.
Hey, we'll find out in the future. We'll find out if he
Yeah,
has
I
a
think we're
Diddy
gonna
case
find out in
against
a
him.
few. I mean, he's driving a race car, what, 300 miles an hour,
200 miles an
hitting
hour.
curves. Like that ain't for the faint of heart.
It's
I don't care
not.
how talented
It's
you are, right? It's a edge, it's a level that you gotta bring yourself to do that.
and you're like the greatest to ever do it.
Right. That's
Like
what
you
I'm
have
saying.
every record in every league.
You can literally lose your life. Literally. You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a edge. So I'm just wondering, like, what does he do?
We'll see on Saturday. And hopefully he wins on Saturday. Hopefully he wins. I want him to have the best first season in a Ferrari ever. I want
No,
him to
good.
have that.
Yeah, good luck to the brother. But yeah, I
Yeah.
just, you know, that
Uh
seems a lot. It seems
yeah,
like
yeah.
what are you doing to take the edge off of something? We know like
What would you do,
NASCAR.
Rodney? You're the world's greatest race car driver. Would you drink? Would you give up drinking?
kind of think that's part of the reason why he is the world's best, right? The fact
Probably.
that he's not drinking, that he's like making sure his
He's
diet's
not even smoking.
correct. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's part of
Like,
why. I mean, you think about like all the greats. Like, I mean, look at LeBron right now. Like, part of the reason why he's is what he. I mean, I know LeBron drinks, but he drinks wine, and so, but he's like really regimented about what he puts into his body. So
Yeah.
sounds like it's the same, right? Where it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's really regimented about what he puts in his body. He's on a pretty good schedule, and that keeps him because yeah, you're right. He's pulling those G's, and his body's
Those
in
G's
shape.
ain't no
And then
again,
that's the edge that is give
yeah.
that's
You know
might
how
be the
dangerous race
edge.
car driving is? If you stub your toe in your house, you just hit it against the corner of the wall of your house, right? Just a little bit. You can't drive.
Yeah. I mean, Magic didn't do drugs or drink or anything like that
He
either.
did women though.
Women.
He
And
did
Michael
women
Jordan did like gambling. And like, I mean, it's
and women and the coke. Michael
it's a
Jordan did
lot.
it all.
And if he's got that level of like, I just wonder, like, how do you take the edge off something that's so intense?
And Tom Brady does stupidity. He did stupidity because he had the baddest wife of all time and
Yeah.
lost her to a
With the foot.
trainer
Yeah. To play football.
to
I'll be
play
like, I'm out.
football one more season, to
I'm
get
out.
one more ring.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. And she was so down for him. She was
Yeah.
so down
He had
for him.
8 rings. You
And she
had
had
one
more
for
money.
every finger.
Yeah, and she had more money than he did. That's the thing too. It
So
wasn't like she was
crazy.
just
So
pretty.
crazy.
She had
He
more money
left
than
her and
him.
the kids.
And he was like, "Nah, I gotta get one more."
Gotta get one more. One more. One more.
Really?
One more.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a high level. That's a high level of competition and stress. I just want.
Yeah. That is love for the game. I tell everybody, nobody loved the game like Tom Brady because
Yeah.
what he sacrificed was greater than what all of us could ever imagine. He had a
No,
life
well, the
partner.
thing about it is, he didn't sacrifice. He didn't win a chip the next year. That's the problem. That's the problem. He sacrificed the year he came because he had
'Cause
retired.
she tolerated the first time we went to when he went
Right.
to Tampa. She was like, okay,
Yeah. Right.
okay,
And then
and
she
you
was
got
like,
one, and you got one.
right. And then she was like, bring it on home. All
Bring it
right. You
on.
got
And he was
everything
like,
you
nah,
need.
because how many is that? 8 or 9?
It
He
was
has
like
eight,
eight.
eight
It was
rings,
the
right?
eighth one. And yeah.
Mhm.
And he retired, but then he came back.
Yep. And she was
Same
like, nah,
season.
I told
Yeah.
you, nah, I'm done.
And she was like, you know what? I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out. Which, you know,
Ryan, you do sports talk. Is that a good move by him? Maybe he's
I
just
mean, it
tired of
was
her
dumb.
shit.
I mean, it was dumb at the time. It was definitely dumb at the time. But it's also goes to show it's like those, the guys that towards the end of the career, they just don't know when to quit.
They don't know when to quit. Yeah.
Because, yeah, she's hot, but what's more of a drug? 100,000 people screaming your name.
Or this beautiful woman,
But I'm
one of
saying,
the most
like,
beautiful people in the whole entire
yeah,
world,
it's got more money than you. Who's down for you? Who's
who's ready to fight, ready to fight people in the owner's box.
That spotlight, that the crowd cheering your name, that is more intoxicating to these guys than
his kids, his own kids.
than anything. So a lot of them, they can't. That's why you see a lot of these guys, they retire, they start becoming like alcoholics, like
that's what
piss away their money away, like they piss their money away,
edge.
like it's just
that edge, that clam for the spotlight, like
and then, and then the competitiveness of it, right?
Yeah,
it's like the competition drives them so much, and then what they get from like the competition, it's like, I mean, honestly, I hate to bring it back to this, but it's like. I think that's a big reason why Fortnite has been so popular for so long. Like you fight and you get a victory royale. Like you're in a lobby of 100 people, and then you fight and finally you get a victory royale. That dopamine rush is
number one.
Is crazy,
and it's hard to turn that off, right?
It's 100 people, you get number one.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, you can even talk about like musicians, like rock stars or super rappers, right?
Cheering your name.
Stadium,
they're like
60,000 people, 100,000 people screaming your name, singing a song. Or like you go to a foreign country and they can't even speak your language, but they know the words to your songs. And they're screaming your songs.
I'm about to quote somebody.
And God on the Jumbotron.
I'm gonna quote the old Kanye. God rest his soul. It's hard to not stunt when you're on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, how do you cut that? How do you cut that off and go back to like
you're
being
at a
normal?
concert. You sold out Madison Square Garden. You look up and it's a Jumbotron, and it's just you.
Yeah,
and they're going crazy.
Yeah,
standing there.
Imagine you go to Japan and they can't speak English and they saying all the words to your song. In a 60,000 seat arena.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, how do you cut that off? And
that's how some of these DJs, some of these house DJs, and they talked to Tiesto, and he's like, "Yeah, my largest crowd was 400,000 people." I said, "How do you get 400,000 people?"
I don't even know a venue that hosts that many people.
It's not. It's they had the venue, but people just showed up to the city.
Yeah,
400,000 people showed up to the city. They were in the streets. They were pumping them through the radio stations. People were just in the streets
yeah,
listening to this one guy. Like, what do you do? What do you do with that?
yeah. And it's like, I mean, I live in Ohio, like in Columbus, like the city's like 200,000 people. The Ohio State Buckeye Stadium seats 105,000. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
So
It's
so
crazy.
imagine filling that arena. Then
Yeah,
everybody else comes from the city, comes out to you. Then another 200,000 people come to Columbus around the area just to
yeah. I
hear
mean,
you play, spin records. To hear you
yeah.
spin
So it's like,
records.
and even with sports, like you have to be so
So
good
good, so good,
to
so good.
win. Like people don't understand. Like they be like, all right, you don't understand how good you have to be to win at a professional level. Like
Yeah,
the turn
yeah,
up is so high, and so like, how do you even cut that edge to come back down to normal? It's like, how do you even be regular?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
hard.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's why you hear about them with all them vices and stuff like
yeah,
that. Because it's like,
yeah.
how do you cut the edge off to get
It's
to
hard.
that level?
Yep. And everybody thinks they own a piece of you
Yeah,
because
right.
they're their fans. They're
How do you even
fans.
sleep? You so turned up, like
Yeah.
how
Your
hard it is.
house, you so much in vibrations around you, all
Yeah,
that energy around you all the
right,
time.
right. Yeah, like I
You
don't even
know,
know how you
you got to
sleep.
think Michael Jackson shut down the Vatican.
Yeah.
He shut down the
Well, I mean,
Pope
that
has
was
never
one of the
shut down the
problems that
Vatican.
Mike had was like the adrenaline was so high he couldn't sleep at
You
times.
couldn't sleep.
You
That's
know,
so
he's
crazy.
He's that turned up. When you say you got 400, so if he got 400,000, imagine what fucking Mike can pull. Like, you got a
Right
million
now,
people,
today's age, he probably pull a
screaming your
million people out.
name.
He probably pull a million people out
Yeah,
easy.
that's what I'm saying. A million people screaming your name.
The,
Like,
the,
Yeah, I actually saw this on socials today. Somebody posted the numbers and they compared it. They basically say Kendrick Lamar, he had the most, 133 million point five,
mhm.
133.5 million uh, most viewed. And the second most viewed was Michael Jackson's halftime at 133.4. And then somebody made a comment. They're like, yo, in 91, pulling
yeah,
that in
91
one
before
that
the
nine
internet.
before the
right,
Before the
internet,
internet.
pulling that
yeah,
number, like, come on, like
right,
that
It
is
had
just
he would have had
yeah.
500 million easily.
Yeah, right
He would
yeah,
now
have
you
500
understand.
million
You
easily.
understand it now because they're like, okay. It's just. But back then, like, come on,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
And the
Like
halftime
it's
show
crazy.
wasn't
Yeah.
even a
uh
big thing back
it
then.
wasn't a big thing. It wasn't a
Yeah,
thing. He made it big.
right. People
He
tuned
made
in
it big
because of him. Yeah, it
because of
wasn't a
him. He
big
made it
deal.
big. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
yeah.
it's like I posted up a video. Ryan Davis, Rodney. He's a comedian, black comedian, and they were saying that people think that R. Kelly will wash Michael Jackson in a versus, which is a versus is both performers come and perform their songs on stage. R. Kelly wishes he could do what Michael Jackson does.
He doesn't.
He
Michael Jackson
wishes.
doesn't. Michael Jackson just needs to do the Thriller album, and that's all he needs to do. He doesn't even have to go
Yeah,
to anything else. Just the Thriller
nothing else.
album.
Nothing else.
Just the Thriller album
We
alone would wash him, dude. That's crazy. That's
let
crazy
me tell you
talk.
something. R. Kelly doesn't have a song that's better than ABC.
No, he ain't
R.
got
Kelly doesn't have a
I
song better
can't
than
even
when Michael was
think of
7.
what is. I can't even. I literally cannot. I'm trying to think of a song, R. Kelly song right now.
I Believe I Can Fly. That's his
Okay,
biggest
yeah,
song.
yeah, that.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh
probably his
no,
biggest
that's
joint. Yeah.
no
Yeah, but he's
way.
They'll
not.
put that up against Thriller. Thriller will eat
Yeah,
it.
it's not. We not.
Yeah,
No, we're not playing on the
crazy.
stand. The
They look
only ever
crazy.
versus the world we ever really wanted to see, and Lord, we weren't a good enough species for it, and that's Prince and Michael Jackson. That's the
Yeah.
only.
Yes, yes, yes,
That's it.
yes.
We just weren't a good enough species evolved enough to get to deliver on that, because that's what it would have been perfect for. Like I said, I went to see Chuck. Now I went to see Purple Rain just at the movie theater, right? Because they re-released it in the movie theaters nationwide, and it was amazing. Like it was sold out, and everybody in the whole movie theater is literally just singing along. Purple Rain comes on that last scene, the whole movie theater just goes quiet. and
Yeah,
people are just waving their hands in the air back and forth.
man. Let me tell
People
y'all something.
crying.
I went to 5 Prince concerts. I have never felt so high coming out of a concert.
Oh, I
Like you
bet.
just feel
Yeah.
the energy. And either all those shows, we saw him at the Troubadour. You know, the Troubadour is a small venue. It's not a big venue. And we happened to get tickets. I bought a bunch of them. And it was him with his jazz band. To watch Prince pick up a trumpet and a saxophone and play them, you're like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? He leaves the piano, goes over to the trumpet, looks at everybody else playing, and starts playing. And you're like, what? That is wild.
Yeah.
Prince is next level. He's definitely next level. So Prince wouldn't perform like Michael Jackson, but Prince will give you a show just as good
Yeah.
as Michael
Show.
Jackson in
Speaking of Prince,
musicianship.
did you hear that there's a documentary out there that they killed?
They killed it.
Yeah.
Netflix killed it.
They killed
Yeah.
it.
The family killed it
Yeah.
because he talks about his wife. And at the time, allegedly, because I don't want nobody suing me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She was 16 when he first met her and he was
Yeah.
attracted to her.
Yeah.
So
So like,
allegedly,
Lida.
the
like
family killed
alleged
it.
grooming.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
allegedly.
Yep. Yep. I took her salsa class.
Which I'm just gonna say this, and this she was a full adult, so it's an interview out there with Commodore Lecture, right? Because he discovered her. So he said one day he got her all dialed up. I'm talking like full glam squad, hair, makeup, gown, everything, and he left. He was gone all day. He gets home
Uh-huh.
at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So she takes it all off, gets into bed. He comes in, is like, "Why did you change?"
Yeah. Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning.
And she was like, "Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning." He said, "When I leave you, you're the same way when I come back."
Back. Yeah. Prince was a savage. He's a savage. Him and Boosie Collins used to fight, so he has to be a savage. Anybody that's willing to battle Boosie Collins
All
has
of
to
them.
be
He
a
fought
savage.
with all of them. Rick James,
Rick
Bootsy
James, yep.
Collins. Yeah, all
Yeah, he's
of
a
them. Yeah.
savage. He's a savage.
Savage.
So I tell everybody,
Man,
I said they did a MTV Cribs, and it was with Apollonia, and no, it was a Carmen Electra Cribs, and her next door neighbor was Apollonia, because Prince made them live next door to each other. He's married, mind you. He's married, but he made them live next door to each other out in Ventura County. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, ain't
That's
no telling.
crazy. I said, but he's the only man who named the women and nobody say anything about it.
Hey man.
Vanity, he named the group Vanity Six.
Yeah, he did.
Apollonia,
He did.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah,
It
he
was
did.
like he
Carmen
named
Electra.
women. Carmen Electra. I
Yeah,
was like, man,
Mark's
we
talking
need
about the Morris Day and light skin Rick James.
yeah,
Y'all
Morris
ever see
Day.
those
They look
cartoons?
like
Yeah, I saw them
yeah,
about Prince. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's whole different human being. Whole
Well,
different human
well, the
being.
level of ego between like Prince and Michael
Yeah.
Jackson is it's
Yeah,
just not parallel. I don't think
yeah.
we have anything that's
Nothing
coming
like it.
close.
Nothing like it.
Prince deleted a remix of Bad.
That was better than the
That
original
was
version.
better than the original one. He got Quincy Jones sent him the track. He was working on it, did a remix in front of what's her name? What's her name? Gloria Stefan. Gloria Stefan.
Sheila E.
Sheila E, yeah.
Sheila
And so
E.
he did it. He did the remix to
The
it,
whole band
played
was
it
high
to it.
fiving.
Everybody was like, "This is amazing!" Like, we got to call Michael out right now. We got to call Quincy out right now. Prince hit the delete button on that
The
shit.
delete button. Oh, oh.
Delete button, like,
The
nah,
ego. The
because he
ego.
didn't like the first line in Bad. Your butt is mine. He
He
said
said,
he
"Is he
ain't
talking to
singing that
me?
to me, and I
I
ain't
ain't
definitely ain't
saying that
singing
to
it to him.
him."
So Prince deleted
Oh,
the whole song.
oh,
Like, that's the
oh,
only thing in this world I feel like if like heaven exists, like I just want to hear that.
I would love to see a Prince documentary, man.
I would too. I would
And that
too.
Michael Jackson biopic, they're supposedly like redoing the whole like quarter of a movie. too,
Mm.
because there's some
It-
problematic stuff in there too.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because his nephew's
Yeah.
playing him, right? Isn't
Yeah.
his nephew playing him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to an Oscars podcast, and they were talking about like this coming month year, like potential Oscar bait movies, and
Mm-hmm.
they were talking about Michael Jackson biopic, and they were like, yeah, but he's like, it would have probably been like one of the Oscar baits, but or Oscar runners, but now that they're redoing like a third
Mhm.
to a fourth of the movie because of quote unquote problematic issues, like I don't know. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't
It's
even.
crazy.
I just
But
feel like the stories around them are good enough. I
it's
don't
so
need a
funny
biop. I really
because
don't. I don't need a
Prince
documentary.
Prince done an album with everybody. He done an album with her. He done an album with Janae Monae. He said he done two albums. Her said they done two albums
Well,
together.
Mark put in the chat. He said Kevin Smith. And I've heard it too. Like he's
Yeah.
got a whole vault full of music.
Vault full of
It's a
music.
whole vault
He
full of
did
music.
two albums. Lenny Kravitz said they did over 36 songs together that are immaculate. And Prince said, these will never see the sun daylight. Throw them in the vault.
Yeah,
Throw them in the vault.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Genius, just genius on another level.
But
Like
man, why that just
Lenny
seems
Kravitz,
like
he
I
done
would
an album with
love,
Cher. He's
yeah, I'd
done an
love to
album with
hear that stuff,
But
he
he
did
dude.
an
don't
Amy
care.
Winehouse album.
Yeah,
We're
he
never gonna hear
doesn't
it. We're never gonna
care.
hear
That's
it.
the thing. It's like we all want to hear it. He just doesn't care.
Didn't care.
He's just on a
Didn't care.
level of egotist that we just can't
I'm gonna
comprehend.
fly Amy Winehouse out here, get her sober for 2 months. We're gonna do an album.
But that's what I'm saying. Like two post, you know,
Mhm.
ah man, like they
He
both,
deleted the bad
yeah, that's
song. I
crazy.
still ain't got over that. He deleted bad. He deleted it.
Yeah.
He deleted it. Like what? Do you
There's
know
a
What are
better
the
version of
odds of
Bad
them
out
ever
there.
coming out? What are the odds of
exactly?
them ever coming out?
Do you
Like,
know how big that would have been in like 87, 88? Prince and Michael Jackson did a song
Did
together.
Bad
I'm
together.
bad.
This is like yeah, I made a better version of Bad.
The follow-up
Bad
to
was number
Thriller and
one.
Purple
But
Rain was a song together.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And he had
yeah.
to know this. He had to. And he was like,
Yeah,
you know what?
He
Oh
helped
what?
Stevie Nicks. He did Stevie Nicks albums. Like he did a lot of work. He did a lot of music. You know, they
Yeah,
said
man.
Prince flew in Jimmy Page to teach him how to play a guitar. Jimmy Page says, you know, when they asked him, they're like, Jimmy, how's it feel to be the greatest guitarist in all time? He was like, don't ask me, go ask Prince.
Hey,
He's like, Prince flew me in to tell me
hey.
that I'm off on one of my chords.
What was it? It's a MTV special. He had like a whole bunch. It was like Eric Clapton, Jimmy. There's a whole
It
bunch of
was it was Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
Prince, it just they said basically it just turned into a solo Prince guitar solo. Like, it's just
Then
it
he
was
threw
like
the
we just
guitar
found
up in the
ourselves
air.
watching Prince.
Yep, yep. They were like, yeah. He said after that, he said he was angry because people didn't. He said because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame didn't want to make him the greatest guitarsman of all time. He's like, I just had to show him.
Yeah,
Like this is what I do every
and
day, every
all of them, he
day.
was just like they were just like we just started watching Prince. It just came to Prince show after that.
Yeah,
Oh, speaking of James Brown, Mark said only James Brown could get with Prince and MJ on stage. Man, y'all know
yeah,
James Brown had a diss album. It was like some Bobby Womack, some artist,
yeah,
and James Brown stole his girl. And the guy made a song saying, James, you can keep her. She for the streets. This is back there. So James Brown found out the dude was in Georgia. Him and his boys pulled up with shotguns and started
yeah.
shooting the spot up.
James Brown was crazy. He's a madman. He's a madman.
Right?
It's different. There's so many biopics that need to happen because we just want to
Nah, I don't think we
see.
need the biopics. I'm fine, like just the stories circulating around. I don't
That's
want the
probably
bio.
true too.
I don't want the
We
biopic.
really don't want to see a biopic of Prince.
I
We want to
don't.
hear about these
Yeah,
stories,
I just
like
want to hear about the
people,
stories. And
like
there's
Michael
lots of
Jackson
them.
on the boat with the two little people.
Huh?
You can see the picture?
About who? Michael
Michael
Jackson?
Jackson on the boat with the little people.
Nah, I
Oh,
never seen that one.
oh,
I
there's
mean,
a
I
story to
believe
tell. Like,
you.
uh, Hold on, hold on.
And they
I'm
got
gonna
those animated films about backstage Prince with Morris Day in the Time, Rick James. Rick James said he fought him. He said, "Who's this little midget?"
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna hold on. Michael Jackson was getting it in. Hold on. I'm gonna send this picture to Rodney. And at first you would think it was fake. Allegedly, this is a real picture. This is not
So
any AI. This is legit. I want to know the story to this.
I know story a lot of them. Like the story of Michael Jackson beating up Tupac. Have y'all heard that story?
Yes, yes, yes. You see that picture, Randy? You see
Oh,
that
no.
picture? What's the story behind that picture?
I don't know. I don't know.
Michael Jackson taking vodka to the mouth with two little people on his lap on a beach, on a boat somewhere or beach somewhere. I want to know this story.
Uh, is that real though? Is that
That's real.
AI?
That's a real photograph. That is real.
I can't, man. I
And
can't.
we talk about Drewski. This is this, and we're
Um,
not ready.
no, we're not ready. We're not ready. Like I
Mark
said,
said Prince did a cover of Creep by Radiohead at a concert and it was uploaded to the YouTube. The label tried to have it removed, but Radiohead said, hell no, leave it up.
I gotta hear this. I gotta
I
check
want to
this
hear
out.
that too.
Yeah, I gotta check this out. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Creep? On here, Prince sing Creep.
Yeah.
Oh man, we live in interesting times
Nah,
because the
we live in
internet
time.
internet has made it great for us.
It's now that we're just finding out. I don't know that level that we could ever even get back to because,
Yeah.
like, them dudes back in the day was just wild as
Yeah, because
son.
there's no internet. You
Right.
never got in trouble for nothing. Only way you can get caught is somebody has a camera, a
Yeah.
Polaroid camera, or,
Yeah.
or a real camera. And they weren't floating around like that. They have a
Nah, they
video
what?
camera, it was the size of your shoulder blade. It was huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Prince stole. Yeah, he stole a Beatles catalog
Beatles
from Paul
catalog
McCartney.
from Paul McCartney. Yep.
Yeah. He told him, he was like, I'm gonna buy your records. Paul McCartney thought he was playing.
He was not playing.
Not playing.
Was not playing.
Ooh.
Not
And
playing.
again, my guy got a story out there about
I
Prince. I'm not Prince, but Michael Jackson beating up Tupac. Like
yes.
I
Yes.
believe it. I literally
I believe
believe
it
it.
too. I believe it happened. I believe it happened. My old holistic doctor was Tupac's bodyguard after that.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
He said Tupac couldn't fight.
interesting.
I was like, really? I was like, really? He's like, Tupac, he said, I don't get to say this, but Tupac fight like a girl.
Interesting.
He said he had no solid punches. He said it was like this. He did that and I started laughing. He said that's why he ran around with other people.
Interesting. I still want to see Michael Jackson laying hands on Prince.
I
Find
mean,
that-
Tupac, yeah.
yeah, Tupac. Yeah, I still
Well,
find that.
Michael Jackson's what, 6'1"? Six
Something like
one,
that.
and
Something like
Tupac's
that.
5'6". He's like my height.
Something like that. Okay, they got the yeah. I just went to YouTube. Creep Prince at Coachella 2008. Oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna be doing after this. It's 8 minutes and
Yep,
22
Mike
seconds.
fought him over Kadita. Yeah, he
Yeah,
fought him with Kadita.
yeah. Mike fought him over Kadita. Yeah.
Yep, he
It's like
cussed her
that's
out
like
or
my
something.
daughter. It's like my niece.
That's
You
like
ain't
my
gonna be
niece. Don't
talking
talk
to
about
her
her
like
like
that.
that. I wonder if Michael Jackson used his real voice because the game
A,
allegedly said
a
Michael Jackson's
bunch of
real
people have
voice.
said it. Yeah,
Yeah, and in the video game he used his real
he
voice.
does. Yeah, yeah. And the game said Mike called me up. It was like it wasn't no hey, nah. It's like Mike's voice. And
It's
I
deep,
actually
talking
believe that.
hood.
I actually believe that
I
because
believe that too.
to get to that level, like he almost had to be like non-intimidating. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes,
At that time, and this is before
yeah,
before hip hop was big or like
yeah,
mass culture, things
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So yeah, I believe it.
It keeps that whimsy about him,
Right.
that whimsy, that lighthearted. That he was like a fairy. He
Yeah.
was like a mythical creature.
Right. And the same kind of with Prince. Like, like Prince, like the basketball stories are true. Right. The Chappelle stuff,
Yeah,
they're true.
yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Garnett said it. Magic Johnson said it.
Courtney Scott Wright said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. So, they was like, hell yeah. Mike Kevin Garnett was like, yeah. Like he was like the
I
Chappelle skill. It wasn't no
it makes
joke.
you wonder about a lot of artists. Like, what was Elvis really like?
Oh,
Like, what was Elvis really like? I'm curious.
we kind of know what Elvis
I don't know. Those movies are wild. I'm like, boy, boy, boy.
was
Elvis is problematic. I said, Elvis is a dog. Wow. Wow.
he was chilling with Priscilla at like 14. Like
She
we
was like 13, 14. Yep.
know. Steven Tyler. Like what's the one of the funniest thing I heard about Steven Tyler. This is like during that period before Walk This Way and stuff had come out. Like the band had gone broke. And it was like, Steven, you had sold all these records and made all this money. Like, what happened to the money? Steven Tyler looked dead in the camera and said, it went up my nose. He said,
That's so crazy.
I sniffed it all.
Yeah. Hey, he made Dude Looks Like a Lady, and
Yeah.
it's about Vince Neil. Dude looks
That's it.
like that's a
Is
diss
that a diss
track.
track?
It's a diss track. Steven Tyler mistakenly Motley Crue singer Vince Neil for a woman with long blonde hair. Dude looks like a lady. It's a diss track.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a diss track. Dude look like a lady. Yes. Him,
Yeah, that was Courtney playing in the
yeah,
Tony
that's Courtney
Braxton movie.
playing as Tony Braxton.
She
Yeah.
wasn't Tony Braxton. Now she's in
It's
the.
her sister. It's her
She's one of the
sister.
sisters. Yeah,
Tamia
that's
Blackson, I
Courtney.
think. Yep, that's
Uh,
Courtney.
That's Courtney Scott Wright. The Geekish
Yeah, that's Courtney
Network.
Scott
Binge
Wright.
versus
Yeah.
Courtney Scott Wright. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
her.
That's her.
100%. Yeah.
Yep. Rock and roll stars just to take shots at everybody. They took shots at each other all the time.
I heard one rock and roll song said they would get so high that they would put vodka in a syringe and shoot up. It was like we could drink it. Why the hell are we shooting it up? But it didn't. It didn't even matter. It-
Yeah. They, I
it's
can
some
imagine.
it's some wild times, man.
The 90s were wild.
It was more than the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, all that, man.
Yeah, all of that. All that. All that. Back when weed was legal. It's
Might
so
was
crazy.
might
It's so
was say
crazy.
back with
We got to
cocaine was
no
legal.
news today. Let's get to the news article. Let me get to my
And
news article.
oh damn.
You know,
We got
we got
15
caught up.
minutes.
We got caught up. Sorry, Rodney. Speaking of Lewis Hamilton, Lego Lego's new Mario Kart set series, supersized Mario. That's Mario Kart 169. I have fought very hard not to pre-order this thing. I have fought myself. I fight myself every day. It's on my phone. I look at it and say, "Stop being a punk. Pre-order the Mario Kart Mario."
It might be a collector's item. You might want to.
I do. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it
Look at
looks dope.
that. Look at that thing. It's dope.
It looks dope.
I was like, I so need that. I said need. Man,
I think needs a little
I'm in
hyperbolic,
Lego
but
groups. I'm in Lego groups online
it does look
on
dope. Look at
social
that.
networks.
Look at that detail.
Look at
Look
that. I'm getting it tonight.
at
I'm sorry, guys.
that.
I'm getting it. I'm gonna order it tonight.
How many
'Cause
pieces is it?
I don't know how many pieces
It
is
doesn't
it.
look that big, like it's that
Uh,
many.
I'm not gonna tell you. I have it in my cart, so I can go look it up really quick.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
You don't help, Randy. You're supposed to be helping me. You're just telling me stop being frivolous with my money, and we're in a recession, so act like it,
it,
man.
it looks cool though.
And they also got the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex bones, and I looked at that and was like, see, y'all playing me. Y'all playing me right now. Y'all must think I'm a sucker. 169 and comes out May 15th. And how many pieces is it? 1,972 pieces.
Okay.
And then they got the Donkey Kong one too.
It looks fun. Do we have an image of the Donkey Kong one?
It's a smaller one.
Okay.
There's smaller ones. That's the super size. They have little itty bitty ones. So what Lego's doing now, right?
Mm.
This is what they're doing. They got this off the F1. You make a small car for $39. Then you make the big cars for like $225. And then you make one car in between for $79. So they got you at every price point. So people are like, oh, I can't spend $250 on a set of Legos, but I can spend $79 for
All
them and
right.
think I'm getting the deal. Oh, 79 is too big. I can spend $39 for it. They're like the damn casinos. They're like casinos these days. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm thinking about getting that. I'm thinking about getting that.
Go ahead, cuz. Get it. Get it. Get it. Looks cool. The
It does
Mario one
look
looks
cool.
cool. How much is it?
A 169. And the problem is I probably have to get two of them because one of them I probably won't open. I'll probably let it sit for a couple of
I was
years.
just say you're gonna give it to Sydney or something.
Nah, man. She don't appreciate Legos. Your daughter probably appreciate Legos more than her. I get Legos for Theo. They hear him complain, "Why are you buying me stuff?" He has Voltron. I gave him Voltron, and he's like, "I'm not going to put it together." I was like, "Then what's the point of me giving it to you? I could have kept it."
I think that was the point. He didn't want you giving it to
I know it, but give it back then.
him. But he didn't say all that.
Yes, exactly,
But
exactly.
that was the point. Theo probably felt like you were sunning him.
He does. He does feel that way. Like I gave him the camera. You remember he asked for it when you asked for the lenses. He asked for the camera.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was like, "Why'd you give me the camera?" I said, "Cause you asked for it. I didn't need that camera. It's broken. I gotta get it fixed. Then get it fixed."
What happened to it?
I guess when I shipped it, some of the
Oh,
motors messed up in it,
okay.
so locks up. So I told him, I said it's a couple $100 to fix it. He says, "I'll get it fixed and send it back to you." I said, "I have a camera, Theo." I don't know. I don't know. Rodney, you had this problem with your brother? Y'all had this problem with each other? Y'all don't take stuff from each other?
Nah, because I'm usually the one he gives me the hand downs. So yeah.
Yeah, my brother was like, "Here, take it." Why don't you can have two cameras. Well, you need more than one camera. No, I don't. I'd rather use the camera I got.
Mm. I gotta use mine more.
I gotta use mine more. Yeah, that's what I said. I was gonna take it to GDC, but I'm not doing that because I have enough stuff to carry to GDC. But for BlurCon next year,
BlurCon,
I'm
yeah,
gonna take it.
yeah,
That's my
yeah,
favorite convention.
yeah. I'm going next year. We gotta go next year.
We gotta
We
go.
gotta get a
We,
panel.
we gotta.
The network got to get a panel next
Yep,
year.
yep. We have Rodney come out there and film it, shoot
Yeah,
it for us. We edit it up. We
yeah.
gotta go to. We gotta go to the one in Austin though. We gotta go to the one in Ohio in the summer too.
That one take place at the water park, right? Is it DreamCon?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
DreamCon. What is it? Ah, I forgot the name of the one.
Otakon or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
But
Rodney, we're
no,
going to that one,
BlurCon
okay?
is Geekneek. That's the thing. Geekneek. It's gonna be wild, son.
Okay. Anime Expo, we gotta go to that. Uh I would say MetroCon, but that's in Tampa, Florida. I don't know if we're okay. We're
Ohio
not.
actually has a con. It's they got a
Yeah.
what, Galaxy Con or something. Columbus has one. It's coming up here in a little bit. I was surprised to see that.
Yeah. They got a bunch of cons coming to see Ohio. So there's one at the Huntington Convention Center in Cleveland. That's Fan Expo. The one in Columbus. The Matsuri Con. That's the one. Matsuri Con.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
the one in the Greater Columbus Convention. But it's a cosplay con.
yeah. Yeah. It's coming up soon, right?
August 29th through the
Yeah. Okay.
31st.
Yeah.
We may need to go to the Matsuri-Con, you guys. I don't know. How do you feel about that, Rodney?
Nah, man, we gotta do BlurredCon next year. We gotta do BlurredCon next year.
Randy,
We
we're
can
not
do
we're not
other
saying we're not doing BlurCon.
one.
We can fly to Columbus, Ohio. You can sneak away for the weekend.
They got another one, GalaxyCon. It's in Columbus too. It's in December.
Nah, we want to go to the summer one.
Yeah.
That's at the water park. Y- I swear, Randy, we gotta get you on. We gotta get you. We gotta get you on program.
Lord.
You gotta get you on program. You're
Whatever,
not on program.
whatever, man. Whatever.
Hmm. You hear that, Rodney? He ain't on program.
Whatever, man.
WonderCon's like in 2 weeks.
Is it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
In like 2 weeks. So,
You going? You want to go this year?
we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's literally 5 minutes away from me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like it's soon. It's like I think at the
March
last,
28th through the 30th.
yeah, like the end of the month. I was just gonna say, yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely need to have. We got one of these soon. Hopefully next year we'll have some panels.
Yeah, we need, we
We
need,
need
we
some
need.
panels.
All we have to do is put them forward.
Yeah, we got plenty for it, but also I think there's
Yeah.
some other things we got to work on too. So.
Yeah, you do got
Yeah.
things to work on. Yeah,
What's Mark put Cream Con? I never heard of that one.
Cream Con. I don't know what that's about. We're gonna look that up. That sounds like hentai.
Uh,
There's Dream Con.
yeah, we
I
got
didn't see Cream Con pop up.
Dream Con.
Yeah, I heard Dream Con's kind of hood though.
I heard DreamCon was cool. Like I said, I
We
gotta get
should.
out there. I gotta
We
get
should.
to an actual Comic Con out San
Yeah,
Diego.
you come
I
to
gotta
San
get to
Diego,
San Diego
or you come
Comic.
to Anime Expo.
Okay.
You come out here and stay with me. Go to Anime Expo.
Oh, that's what they call DreamCon. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
okay. Okay.
San
Okay.
Diego Comic Con is the Super Bowl of Comic
It is
Cons.
the Super Bowl, though. It is the
So
Super Bowl.
you got to
It
experience
is.
that at least once, man.
Yeah, you do. You do got to experience
Yeah.
it. You've never seen
then-
anything that big.
and the thing is now they're coming back. So the big studios and stuff are coming back. So
Shit, they
for the
got
last few
to.
years, it hasn't been. They haven't been
But
back. But these last few years,
Yeah.
they're back.
Yeah. Paramount's full
Mhm.
force. I don't know where Paramount's getting all this money from.
I mean,
but I
Amazon will be
heard
there, Marvel, DC. I mean, they pulled out the last few years, but the last one, they're back. So
Yeah.
they need hits.
yeah.
They
And I
do
would
need hits.
Yeah. And
So
when is San Diego?
The
Usually
second and
around
third week in July.
yeah, around like
Well,
July
I'm
4th.
assuming and the only reason I was asking because I'm assuming then Warner Brothers is probably gonna be there
Yeah,
because Superman.
this year for sure, they're all gonna be back.
Yeah,
It's back. It's back in full force in the regards of like them just having a presence there.
yeah,
Because they got a lot of stuff going. Superman, you got
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, you got
right.
everything. So they'll be back.
Yeah, and I was saying like
Last of
these.
Us season 2, like I mean, you talk about you name it, right? There's all kinds of stuff.
'Cause,
They're gonna be wanting to promote Amazon now. Amazon with the
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings, and then Fallout, and what else they
Yeah,
got?
they got to be back there. Yeah,
Mhm.
they can't afford to get lazy, uh, which is cool.
So San Diego Comic Con, I think this year will be a dope year to go to, Randy.
Okay, it's from
Yep.
July 24th is when it is. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we should go. We should definitely go.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see.
We
Yeah,
should definitely go. Um,
need to hit up a few of them.
yeah, there's a couple of cons you can go to that are interesting. I think Anime Expo is an interesting one to go to. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's not just the anime. It's growing. It's still growing. It is packed. It has the best cosplay in LA.
I bet.
It is the Super Bowl cosplay.
Mm.
Um, What else you
Next
gonna
one
do?
I go to, I am cosplaying. That's
You're gonna
that's
cosplay?
the next one I go to, I'm
Who you
cosplaying.
cosplaying as?
I don't know. Well, when I was thinking about it, when I was thinking about going to Blur Card, I was thinking about doing a mashup of Nick Fury and whatchamacallit, Sam and Star Wars. Mace. I was thinking of doing a mix up of Mace Windu and Nick Fury.
Yeah, yeah, we
Like I
had it. We
have,
had that conversation because
yeah.
you like Star Wars, and you try to talk bad about me at BlurCon when I brought it up, the mashup.
I don't remember saying nothing like that. I think you just
Kiki
making
does.
up
Kiki
stuff.
brings it up all the time.
You just be making up stuff. Cause like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to get like an eye patch and I have a lightsaber with maybe a leather coat. Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, have a mashup between Mace. How can I forget Mace Windu? Them Mace Windu.
I can tell you the combinations, the cross ups. I made a list of them.
Yeah,
Remember, I made a list.
Mace Windu and Nick Fury, and I'm planning on cosplaying as Mister Terrific when Superman drops.
So these are some of the cosplay crossovers. I thought Star Wars and Hogwarts, Mario and Dune, Marvel and Dragon Ball Z, Jujutsu Kaisen and Umbrella Academy, Demon Slayer and Star Wars,
Interesting.
Street Fighter and Bridgerton, WWE and Dragon Ball, Black Clover and WWE, and Pokemon and Colors.
Colors,
Yeah,
the
the gang
80s.
banging.
Yeah, I'm out the 80s.
Yeah, yeah, yes, 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 yes.
I see. I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath
Psychopath
talking.
talking. Yes, 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 yes. With Pokemon.
That's
Yes,
the only colors that I knew, but I'm like, is that what he's talking about?
yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Gang banging Pokemon.
Oh God, that's funny.
I said Pokemon are basically dog fights. People will play. They would love to see that. See Pikachu with a bandana flagged up, and Bulbasaur and Charizard. Heck yes.
And that's Pac-Man. Yeah, that's Pac-Man because Pac-Man was in it. Yeah.
Yep. 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 It'd be so good.
That's creative. I never would have put those two together.
Yeah. Just something wild. Like that's wild. They killed that. You get a group of people. I
Oh,
think Star Wars and Hogwarts is the best one though.
what like have them like Padawans and
So everybody's yeah, they're like first year Jedi and the wands are lightsabers.
mhm.
And everybody comes in Sith Lord or Jedi or whatnot, but they have the colors of the houses like Hufflepuff and Gryffindor.
Hmm. That's interesting.
And Mike says, I don't believe they had Damon Wayans as a gangbanger. They did have Damon Wayans as a
They
gangbanger.
got oh my god, they got what you call it? What's his name? He's a gangbanger.
Yeah.
Not Damon Wayans, but Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's
Don
in
Cheadle's in it too
colors.
as a gangbanger. Yeah. Oh, that movie's so ridiculous.
It's
Oh
ridiculous
man,
on
it's so
so many
ridiculous.
levels.
Oh man.
So many levels.
Oh
In the
man.
80s, if you were black, it's like, well, they gotta be a gangster somehow.
Yeah. We gotta make a black movie. We're gonna make a gang banging movie.
Gangbangers.
We're gonna have
You got
Ice
Damon
Cube
Wayans and
sing.
Don
We're gonna
Cheadle
have,
as
if
gangbangers.
Ice Cube went from Ice T went from gang banger to the police.
Well, he did. He did.
So are we gonna say policeman's final form? Gangbanger's final form is a police officer
I don't know.
being a police
But
officer.
Ice T's not in colors. He did the
No, he
soundtrack.
did a soundtrack,
He did the soundtrack. Yeah.
and
So
they consulted him on writing it.
yeah, they did. They did. They did. But that's the
Uh,
stuff they do.
uh,
Apparently, have you heard because for Snowfall, Dub C was what you would call this like coach about how to
uh,
get ingratiated into like gang culture in
so
LA.
ridiculous, so ridiculous, so ridiculous. I said, what we find out now is all these young black men we thought were gangsters were just middle class black
All
kids
they were.
trying to make some money, being famous. They're like, you gotta be a gangster to be famous. Okay,
I mean, they're
whatever.
actors. Man, they
Well,
had Morgan Freeman playing a pimp.
they did. Nichelle Knight Nichols was playing a pimp, a mom,
Yeah,
uh, and she was badass in that
he
movie.
was. So was so it was what you call him? Morgan Freeman. He played in a movie with Christopher Reeves. He was a pimp. Christopher Reeves was a reporter, and he was doing a story in like
Yep.
the hood. And Morgan Freeman was
Yeah.
the pimp that was
Yeah.
catching was walking
So
around.
I find it so weird to hear Denzel talking about if I didn't have acting, I'd be in these streets. I don't believe you, Denzel, because you're doing plays and shit in Britain.
And like your
You were
father
on
was a preacher.
Broadway.
Yeah, your father was a preacher and all that. Yeah,
I
I
don't believe
think
you, Denzel.
I think
Taking on the
Denzel just
story of
got
Jay-Z
older.
right now.
I think Denzel's just gotten older and he realized I'm
Got
the GOAT
senile.
and I can say whatever the hell I want
I'll
to.
say whatever I want. I think that's where he's at right now in life. He's like, my kids don't like me, so I can do
Right,
whatever I want to do.
right.
Yeah. Mark said Truck Turner, Nichelle Nichols. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fell in love with her then.
Uh, she was a badass, man. She kept him in line, dog.
He did keep him in line.
Not in line. Man, that's just what they do to black people. If you black, at some point you have played like a gangster, a criminal, a pimp, a prostitute somewhere in your
Yep.
career.
Yep. A gay dude put on the dress. You done did something. They done got you in something.
Yeah,
Yep. It's
street smart. That's what it is. Yep,
street
street
smart.
smart. That's the
Yep.
name of it.
So ridiculous.
Because I was like,
So
is that
ridiculous.
Superman? He was a reporter, so yeah.
Mark is an aficionado on black exploitation. Mark is an aficionado.
Black exploitation used to be my thing though. Like it was a point, like, yeah. Especially I was reading all them black exploitation books too.
You did.
Them
You
Ice
put me
Boy
under Donald
Slim,
Goins.
Donald Goines
You put me under
books.
Donald Goins.
The Mac,
The Mac. Yeah. You were all
Superfly.
into it. You were the first person to own a Coogee sweater.
Was I?
Yep.
That's when I was in my bag in high school.
Yeah,
I
Coogee
was
sweater and
cool.
Versace shades. You were the
Yeah,
first
that
one.
was
You thought you
yeah.
were Biggie
I
Small.
did. I did. Biggie had me
You used to
rocking
run
a
around here
Fuji
like
sweat.
young R. Kelly.
You just gonna slander me like that on Beyonce internet? Like, wow.
I'm just saying what your high school boo said. He's handsome. He's so handsome.
Like,
He reminds me of R. Kelly. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna
yeah,
say her name on the radio. You
those
know.
were the days. Those were the
Yeah.
days,
Oh
man.
man, we had wild times.
We
Hey
did.
guys, I'll show y'all pictures next Friday of us when we were high school. Oh man.
These are
Oh.
wild times.
Oh
Like the
no, I was in
time,
college. He was in high school. He was
yeah,
going to college.
yeah, like the time we got hemmed up in Lynch, Kentucky,
Lynch, Kentucky.
and we
That's a
was
story.
underage drinking on Memorial Weekend.
Mm-hmm. In
Chuck
war.
had me out there.
Chuck had you out
Chuck
there.
had me. You was older than I was. I can't be taking couple. You was
Wow.
the elder statesman. Had me out there.
Wow.
About to go to jail in Lynch, Kentucky.
Wow.
That was
Allegedly.
this is not hyperbolic either, y'all. The
Allegedly.
name of it was literally Lynch,
Lynch, Kentucky. It was
Kentucky.
Lynch, Kentucky. Yep. Yes, and it was named after Lynch because the lynchings.
Right.
Literally.
Literally. I
Literally.
wish I was making that up.
Wish you were. We wish you were.
It's on
Uh,
the map. It's on the map. If you Google Lynch, Kentucky.
it's there. You'll see it. And it's a dry county. Oh, that was such a good night. That was such a good night.
Street Smart. Man, I'm gonna see if
Yeah.
they got Street Smart on. I got some homework to do. I gotta watch this
Okay.
break head
You know what we
video.
got to do, Randy, right now?
We gotta get out of here.
We got to get out of here. We did
Yeah.
one story talking
We
about
did one.
Legos.
Yeah, we went one story. Well, we went 25 minutes talking about Prince and Michael Jackson and the
I
cocaine
mean,
80s.
man, Man, Purple Rain came out last week. That was a nerd thing we didn't get to talk about. They
It
played
did.
it one night at the theaters
I went.
around the country.
It was so dope. Oh, it was so dope, man.
Remastered Purple Rain, you guys, in
It sounds so
4K with
great.
new audio.
It was so cool.
Mark said, "Damn, was Dancing Man
We
there
was in the
too?"
club, so maybe
Nah,
Footloose.
Lynch had two streets, you guys. There's two streets, just two of them, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Oh man, that was a
Yeah, it
story.
literally was. It was Lynch, Kentucky. Yep, I
And
never forget
I had a cousin didn't know how to shut his fucking mouth,
it.
and I told him too. Well, I told him, I said, "We about to get in this house. Put your head down. Say it's our fault and go straight to bed, guys.
Not our cousin.
Not our cousin.
He
Nope.
was going.
Nope. He had to
Nope.
get up in there and,
Yeah,
and
he had to
showboat.
argue it. He
He had to
had to
argue.
argue it.
He had to argue it. Like, dude,
He about to get us
calm
all beat
down.
down. He about to get us all beat down.
I told him, I said, all our dads have done this. We're okay, guys. Thank God Uncle Daryl, the preacher, the big preacher, showed up to save us.
Hey, that was I
Because we
never been
all would
so
have called the
happy to see an
charges that
adult in
day.
my life. Yeah.
So let's call it. Oh man, it's such a good story. The
It's a
whole entire
great
day was
story. It's a great
amazing.
story. Yeah.
It is a movie. It's a movie from the 80s, actually. It's a movie from the early 90s.
It is. It is. It's a coming of age story. It
Oh
is.
man, it's so
Yeah.
good. So good. I'm gonna have to write that movie. That movie was good.
Yeah. He said John Lee was gonna hem y'all up. Yeah. Hey, Mark, we was going,
Yes,
we was
yes,
all about to go
yes,
down. We were
yes.
all
We
going
we were
down.
all going
It
down.
was four black males.
We had a drunk 16-year-old with
We had
us
a drunk 16-year-old.
who was
I was
driving, who
16. I
drove
was
home.
16.
I looked at him. I was like, "Look, man." I said, "Chris, when your daddy asks you been drinking, you say no."
You
He said,
say no.
"Okay." You say
If
no.
Chris would have said yeah,
I said, "Matter of fact, you don't say anything. Just nod your head no." I said, "He's gonna ask me," and it's so funny. He asked me to crawl down the window. He said, "Y'all been drinking?" I said, "Yes, sir. Yes,
I ain't
sir."
gonna lie. I
And
ain't gonna lie.
Randy was gonna say no. So I
I was gonna
said
say
yes.
no. I was say when Chuck
Oh,
said yeah, I was like, damn it, I can't let him go down alone. So I was
yeah.
like, yeah. But I was about to say no because I was scared too. I was
Yeah.
16 too.
Then my older cousin was like, "Not really. You're the worst one off. You're
But
the
he couldn't
worst."
argue. They literally had him on the breathalyzer, fell in the damn breathalyzer.
From the breathalyzer. Oh man, the beauty of youth. The beauty of youth. Almost going to jail in Lynch, Kentucky.
Oh
Boy,
man.
on Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day. So if we'd have got arrested, that means we wouldn't have got out to Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yep. And fortunately, our uncle came up.
Whew.
The father to my cousin, and he just happened to see the car. Just happened to see the car.
Happened to see the car, pulled over. He was the preacher in the town,
And
talked
he's
to the
the head
police.
referee,
Right,
SEC referee,
right, all that,
beloved.
all that. So he talked to the police. They let us go when we
And
made
let
it
us
home
go.
safe.
Thank God. Oh, that whole day was magical, though. Oh, we got out of here. We're reminiscing too hard. We'll save that for another day, you guys. We'll have a
Yeah.
campfire. We'll have a podcast called Campfires, and we talk about the stories of our past. Because nobody's gonna believe. I tell
Oh,
everybody I have a biography called Based on a True Story. Well, nobody believe it. I
oh.
put that story in there. Well, nobody believe it's in Lynch, Kentucky. Well,
Nope.
nobody believe it's a dry county. Well,
Nope.
nobody believe all the mess that happened that day.
No.
It was so much going on.
Because you can't make it up, right? Like right
It
when
was
you're
like
about to get
Porky.
arrested,
It was like
your father
Porky.
shows up or your uncle shows up and stops you. Nobody's believing that.
Nobody's believing that. Other than that. And them big white boys were there flagging over everybody. They had a paddy wagon. They had a paddy wagon. Paddy wagon and tow trucks.
Yes,
They were
sir.
they were making that money.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we gotta do that. Thank you all for tuning in to the Geek Beast Happy Hour. We got to one story today. Sorry about that defunct. We do
Sorry
it
to
every
fuck.
time.
Sorry, Rodney. Yeah, we already got the
Sorry,
one story.
Rodney. Rodney's over there laughing. Like, I'm glad I know you guys. I'm glad y'all made it out alive.
I am too. I am
Oh
too.
man.
In another multiverse, this did not go that
It
well.
didn't go well. It went totally left. Went totally left. We're both felons in Kentucky right
Right,
now,
right.
running moonshine. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Uh, Tune in next week for Geek Beast. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm gonna be out. We're gonna see if we're gonna still have it or not. But there will be binge worthy, you guys. Binge worthy is going to go on, and it's the third season of Invincible.
Invincible. Yep.
Amazon's Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to actually tell you if you should binge it or not. Thank you for tuning in, Mark. Thank you, The Funk, for always tuning in. We want to give a shout out to Digital Click. They handle our marketing materials, if y'all already know. If you have any marketing needs whatsoever, be it marketing materials or a marketing plan, hit up Digital Click. Shout out to Rodney, the greatest technical producer, director in the land. Even though I go off the rails, ignore his messages sometimes, he's like, close this motherfucker up. He said it like 15 minutes ago. He didn't say it like that, but kind of like that. Uh, thank you all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.